Morning everybody. So I'm officially down in Arizona, and this is actually going to be a two-part episode just because I collected so much amazing footage of my road trip down from Canada to Arizona. So this first half I decided I might as well start with kind of how my road trip started, which was not very good. So this is kind of how to be prepared for the unexpected while you're on the road. Just because we know these horses inside and out, we know their characters, we know what they like and what they don't like, and they're our best friends does not mean they're not going to have bad days and throw some major crap at us. So this episode is just going to kind of cover little tips and tricks that I've learned along the way of how to deal with issues on the road, things you should carry just to make your life a little bit simpler, and so that you can be prepared for if the worst happens. All right, so my number one item that I like to carry with me, might surprise you, is actually just this little pocket knife. I always have been bad about having a knife with me, but after this last week, I'm going to make darn sure that I carry it with me at all times, because you never know when you might have a wreck and need to either cut a lead shank or a halter. Now, that being said, the second most important thing to have, since I just told you that I cut one, is to have an extra halter on hand. My dad has actually always told me to keep an extra halter just in case, and I've never needed one in my years and years of hauling before, but this past weekend I definitely needed a halter, and it was really nice to be able to just go grab my backup halter out of my trailer. So keep a second halter on you. You never know when one might break or you might need to cut one. Now I always keep lots of gauze and Hippotain with me as well, just in case a horse gets a cut and I can clean it up. I really like keeping the animal Entex poultice pads as well. They're a great product. I always have lots of vet wrap with me as well. And then I like having these other kind of vet wrap tapes as well, just in case you have to wrap an extra or awkward wound up higher on the leg. They're a little stickier, cling to the hair a little bit. If you don't have a major wound and you can't wrap it, I really like this SWAT fly repellent ointment. It's great to keep the flies off. You can buy it on the shelf. Now, you might be wondering about medication and ointments and stuff like that. I highly recommend that you contact your vet, talk to him or her about what he thinks you should have on the road with you. Now, a cool item that I just got into last year, and by no means am I endorsed by them or anything, I just think they're a really cool product, is the Kool-Aids. You dunk them in cold water and then you just wrap their legs. So if you have somebody that's got a minor strain or anything, or just some heat in their legs, it's a great product to wrap them up, and it stays cool for a long time. So really neat product to have. And then lastly, I like having some standing bandages and wraps. Two other items that I like to carry with me is a jug of water, and I know that you're probably thinking those big, huge, like 50 to 100 gallon tanks, but I'm not. I don't have one of those on my trailer. I actually have the water jugs that go in the water cooler that you can get at your local grocery store. They actually carry about a bucket and a half worth of water in them. So if you get one or two of those, at least you have water with you on the road. Sometimes water is hard to find, or if you get stranded somewhere, at least you have something to give them a sip and get you by till you can get moving again. And then I also like to carry a little bit of hay. Even on a one-day trip, I like to have hay with me just in case my plans get changed or I get stuck somewhere. At least I can throw them some hay and let them relax and nibble on something. So that's what I like to have with me on the road, just to be prepared for anything that might arise.